Hello, Swima, OldClassicGamer here, and we're doing finally something new. And of course, we're joined by the very important commentator on this channel. Introduce yourself, please.
Sziasztok, I'm TRUNER.
And this is Conker's big reunion.
Finally.
Finally a new Conker, something that could have been pretty good in my opinion. Like, look at how it starts. It starts the classic Conker way.
Got to get up.
By being drunk as shit.
Yes, and this time even naked, which proves that they really wanted to go a step further from the previous game. And seeing Birdie again, it's really good. One thing I noticed is that his voice is different from the original, which I kinda don't like, but it's still fine for me.
Yeah, and also, check out these graphics.
I don't know,
It's-
but... Yeah, sorry.
It's such a sharp contrast from, you know, the Xbox remake of Conker, yet it still looks really good.
Well, I think that I kinda like actually the style they went here, because it looks more cartoony and less realistic when compared to original Xbox remake. Well, come on, those graphics were really good, and there is no denying. But I just think that this suits Conker a bit better than Live and Reloaded, in my opinion.
Try it now.
Yeah. It also, since it doesn't have like a real fur, it looks a bit more like an N64 game because of it.
Yep.
Since it's not as realistic.
And oh god, this was so funny. Like the context sensitive is back, and I really like what they went here. And the fact that they made this playable on PC, it's even much better, because this is the first time we can play Conker on PC legit. Because yeah, before just N64 and the original Xbox, but now we can finally experience. And finally, it's like the previous time he gets medicine, and now you can move him normally. Really good throwback, in my opinion, like when comparing to the class.
Yeah, and
classic.
finally some gameplay. Which is pretty good, I think. Like, it plays just how I imagine a new Conker game should play.
Definitely, and like I said, I like the style, and if I'm correct, Rare Replay, they also used more cartoony version of Conker's Bad Fur Day, and they didn't use the original Xbox right?
Yeah, I find that kind of a shame. I would have liked it both were included, since, you know, they are different games, and I like the gameplay of the Xbox remake more. And I also think the censored dialogue is funnier because, you know, it's censored, so it's like beeping when they swear.
Yes, it's
stuff.
they made it actually funnier with that, but I think why didn't they include? I don't know. Maybe they could have combined something like a Halo anniversary for 360.
Oh yeah, that would have been amazing. Absolutely.
That's the concept. I wish more games included that. Maybe even a Crash Bandicoot Insane trilogy to include that option. But I guess they didn't, because the original Crash games were already up for download on PlayStation Network.
Yeah. There's also the Wonder Boy, the Dragon's Trap remake, which includes both new and old graphics, and you can just switch with, you know, a button.
Oh,
And it's
that's...
pretty good.
That is very great. And now this is like the hub world for Conker, and just how in the original you need to go in different directions for different stuff, and yeah, Conker needs to pay 300. So it's like yeah, you gotta go, you wanna go, you gotta pay, and that's how our quest for reunion begins. Simple story. Classic Conker. I like it.
No, no. Look around. Money everywhere.
Money everywhere, just find
I
it.
guess I'll
Yeah, I
just
find
have
it
to
so funny
invest the
how Birdie
old-fashioned
comments
way.
that the money's everywhere, just find it. Yeah, let me go outside and find money, like just like that.
Hey!
And
over
actually, he already got money,
Hey,
but
what are you guys doing
not
here?
so fast. The teddies are back, and they seem very, very angry. They stole everything.
Now I'm down
Outright, no,
$100.
actually, not everything.
I need to look around for some opportunities
100,
to make some more
which
cash.
means that we have to visit
Payback.
patients to get the remaining amount of money. Look at this here. Let's get drunk under here. That will be
Yeah, they still got the humor of the original, I guess.
Yep. Now let's explore how this subworld looks. There is a pot, and he can't swim. He can't swim. I mean, he can swim, but he can't dive in because he's the same like the beginning of original game. So that's pretty cool. We have the arrows pointing out where are we gonna go, and let's go here. Oh, again.
This
Eddie's secret lab.
secret lab.
You know what? I have to say I kinda don't like how they included teddies
So you're
at
saying
the
I should
beginning,
leave?
considering that the
Okay.
teddies weren't
No,
in the
no, this
original except for like
Wouldn't you
near
have a rocket
the
launcher
end.
or
You know what I
something
mean.
then?
Yeah.
contest.
It's kind of like they didn't
Oh, I
have
see.
time to think
Okay.
of
Bye-bye then.
any other possible villains, so they just teddies. I remember them from last chapters of the first game. Let's put them. And this is like
Oh, I'm
the
gonna need
good
a
old
bigger
shit.
gun.
I like this part because you can control this with mouse really good. Left click is for left shoot, right click is for right shoot, and if you press both, you shoot both at the same time.
And, you know, it's a good old-fashioned Conker minigame, I guess. I mean, what more could you want from a new Conker game except for, you know, shooting stuff?
Eddie's in
Yep.
something?
I think the only downside is that you have to stand still. I would have liked this more if they made it that you can move around with these guns. You make them a bit bigger, but I guess then it would pretty much stop being a classic Conker game. Like,
A Conker first-person shooter. That sounds absolutely real.
Yep.
Not that I wouldn't mind it. I mean, you know, Duke can exist, and Conker could be similar to that.
Yep, good point. But this is just a minigame. But I have to say it lasts pretty long, and me at the later parts quite hard. I'm only down to 4 chocolate bars, so yep. I finally. Now we can proceed. Let's see if I can fly up. I thought this is like something you can get to, like you start flying and it gets you up, but I guess it's not something like that. And let's restore the chocolate. Yeah, damn, look at this. It looks like you could fly up, but you can't.
That's probably what they wanted it to look like.
Try
Maybe
to,
trick some players.
yeah, to trick like the first time players. I think it's obvious that they would try to. And here is oh look at how mad he looks. He's off. Of Of course, there are gonna be balls on him. It's Conker. What else can we
I
expect?
don't like him.
Exactly.
And let's see how do we fight this guy? I guess hide behind boxes. Let's go for his balls. Ow! Damn. How do I do this? Oh, damn. God, there's there has to be... Oh, damn. Boxes... Yes, the wood ones are... Oh, I see. You need to first stun him, and then go near his... Oh. Ah, look at him crying.
Almost.
It's funny how then when he throws you after hurting him, he doesn't waste you any more lives, but if you just try rushing to him, stunning him, then it doesn't work. But yep. Let's see if it's gonna be like a 3 boss battle. Oh god. Yeah, now more and more, I noticed that more and more wooden boxes are getting destroyed after... So now it's actually kinda also easy because you have these kind of ones. Don't worry about it, just hiding behind laser cannon, then destroy it. Just rush up there. And let's see if this is truly gonna be the end of game. I mean, not the game, the boss. Sorry, my bad. And
I mean, it's a short game, but it would be absolutely terrible if it ended right here.
yes, it would be like you barely got to explore anything. Just the basic. When he's drunk, you get cured. Go to have a shooting mini game and defeat boss.
Oh, somebody
That's
come
that.
get
Oh
me.
wow, that would have been bad. Well, not that it's a whole lot longer, because you know this is a very short game. Kind of like a teaser. I really wish they would have made a bigger game out of this, or like a full Conker game. But you know, it still works. It's still a new Conker game.
Yeah, well, they wanted to make it longer, and they said to be continued at the end of this, like the people will have a chance to see once we complete it. But damn, like it's Microsoft's fault. Like for some reason, I think the marketing from the start was bad because they included this teaser in Project Spark, which is basically a sort of game making a game where you can where you have assets and you can like make levels and have some characters to work with. So I guess when this Conker was announced, a lot of people were pissed off knowing that this Conker is like basically included in Project Spark, which was Windows 10 and Xbox One exclusive. And they didn't like the idea, so many people... First, Project Spark was first a paid game, but then people boycotted it, and then they tried to make it free to play, but it didn't work, and Microsoft basically shut it down, which means that new people, if they want to try this Conker, they can't do it. You can't purchase this or download or do anything with it on Microsoft Store unless you...
Yep. I'm kind of glad I got it early, to be honest.
That means like your account is much more worth in type of like the content you own. You can download this game anytime you want without issue. But I don't understand, like, why didn't they just make this outside of Project Spark? Like they could have made this teaser maybe a $5 separated game on Microsoft Store, and then if the teaser sold good, they could have continued it, made it into a full new Conker game, not related to Project Spark or anything. But now, instead of that, we are getting Young Conker, which is some HoloLens project, which looks terrible in my opinion. Like, did you see the design?
Yeah, I'm usually okay with, like, you know, changes and reboots and stuff, but the Young Conker thing looks absolutely awful. I mean, the design, since we don't know much about the game itself, but the design, it has to be one of the worst redesigns I've seen in gaming history.
I agree, and plus, the name Young Conker just sadly makes me believe it's gonna be kid-friendly game, which is, like, in my opinion, not something Conker fans want, because they expect Conker to have a crude humor, and Young Conker just seems like a kids-friendly title, which is... I'm fine with kids-friendly titles, and I play them myself, but just slapping a Conker name on them is not something I like.
Actually, Conker used to be a kids-friendly title before it went, you know, downhill.
Yes, I know that, but still, I think that the new times are like Conker is now established as adult characters, so I wish they keep him that way.
Same, actually. I mean, I would be fine with it if it turned out being a good game, but I don't have high hopes for it for now. Especially since it's for HoloLens. Like, I can't imagine, you know, HoloLens having actual good video games.
No, me neither. I'm not really into the whole virtual reality too much. Like, I'm fine by some simulators and stuff, but like, I don't expect the future of gaming to be in general like in virtual reality. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
For Conker basically not being adult, I must say I really wouldn't mind if Microsoft allowed someone to finish the cancelled N64 kid-friendly version of Conker. You know, the 3D one, like there are videos of it. I think it's called 12 Tales Conker 64.
Yeah.
That looked like a nice platformer, to be honest. By the way, this part now, like you're swimming, you can swim in beer. It's amazing. The whole level, I like that. There were also Donkey Kong references, like people could see, and like everything is here. Like the platforms that throw you down, the beer, all the good stuff. But I must say that these pushing ones are kinda too easy, because they don't push you away, they just waste you a health point, so it's here. Look at this one. Oh, this is dangerous. Oh.
Well, this is no fur. It's spraying too fast.
What should I do? Oh, there is context sensitive. Oh, now? Okay, so when you're drunk, fast things are slow and you can pass it easier. Okay, I'm not sure how does that work, but sure.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, if anything, passing this while drunk should make it harder. But it seems that it's forward. Alright, almost done. No, alright. And I did it. Okay, now how do we stop being drunk? By drinking a medicine. If only it was this easy in life. Like, you get imagine like this: you go to a party and you get super drunk, and then you are in a problem. You gotta drive back. What do? You just drink a simple medicine and bam, you can drive instantly. No more drunk feeling and stuff like that.
I bet a lot of people would love that.
Yep.
Good thing I didn't have to code.
Conker makes everything a person dreams and wishes. It is possible in Conker. Finding money in just like that outside, getting drunk and instantly being able to not be drunk, all the good stuff. And now we're going to drop the beer barrel and alright, how is he not drunk from this drop? I have. Let's exit and see what awaits us now. We're back. I really love the green, green grass and this whole area. I don't know why, but in platformer games, every time there is something similar to this with a lot of green grass and rocks and stuff, it's my weak spot. I love it so much.
For me, it's probably the icy areas that I like a lot. Like in every kind of video game, even if it's just a bit of snow or something, it works for me.
Oh, the snow, yep. Snow is always good for platformers. That's why I love Crash 2 very much, because it had a snow levels. I really want. By the way, I really want to play Crash and Saint Trilogy so much. It's funny because you have the PS4, but you're not that interested in playing it, right?
Yeah, absolutely not. I'm probably going to pick it up sooner or later, just out of why not?
Yeah, it's actually a very good price for 3 games, and
yeah, absolutely. It's 3 remastered games, and graphics are fantastic. They play similar to the original. I just wish it happened to Spyro instead of Crash.
Well, I think it will happen to Spyro in the future because recent a video which showed a cancelled original Xbox Spyro title, kind of a remake of the first Spyro, I think.
Oh, it's way too easy to make.
There's a footage I can show you later if you didn't see it.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, you gotta see it later. It's early prototype, but I really hope somebody makes ISO so I can test it on my modded Xbox. Because for the Xbox prototypes, it depends on the people who get them. Either they put it online or they don't. But if I look at this part, this is now like Metal Gear Solid. Instead,
yeah, I mean, there has to be at least one stealth area in every platformer now.
Oh yeah.
In every game now, actually.
This is a combination of Metal Gear Solid and maybe a bit of Sly Cooper, and I like how they combined it. It's pretty good. But the thing is, it's so funny because in the previous level we saw Conker being able to use a frying pan and just defeat the teddies. But now, apparently, you see, you get caught and you get killed. It doesn't make much sense because why is he even sneaking here? Why doesn't he just attack them with frying pan?
Yeah, and there aren't a lot of enemies to begin with, so there's no reason to.
There were more enemies on the previous levels, so I don't understand what's so dangerous. Why does he have to sneak around? And one thing I don't like here, because even in the Metal Gear Solid, if you get caught while sneaking, you get a chance to defeat them. You have a chance to kill them and continue. It looks less professional, but you can do it. But here, if you get caught, they pretty much just attack you and you have to restart the whole part again, which is what makes it a bit frustrating. And look at this, there now. They're just moving so weird here, like, are they glitching or something? The other one doesn't want to face the other direction. I don't even know how can I pass them. It's the way they were behaving here, but I guess somehow when I was moving, they managed to change direction and I could pass it. Right now they're even walking. Imagine if it would be possible that the tree gets knocked down on the other enemy. Like, it would be so funny to see.
Yeah.
Look at this. He's just walking near me and he doesn't even see a squirrel tail being outside the barrel. It's from the realistic approach, it makes zero sense. Like, how would he not notice a barrel being there and slightly hearing the footsteps?
To begin with, why is he still, hanging out? It shouldn't.
Yeah, I don't understand any of this part. And come on, there are almost no enemies. Conker could easily, like, here, there's one enemy. Why doesn't he just jump outside the barrel, attack him from the back, and get over
How
it?
did he not see that? You passed right in front of him.
Yes, but sometimes it's funny because even if they... Okay, see now, they noticed, and it was like yellow, and he has an exclamation point, but he didn't continue forward to attack. On this part, it's pretty much very often trial and error. You just can't... you can't know. Sometimes it's gonna work, sometimes it's not, so... It can take a while to pass this part, and it just drags on for so long.
Yeah, that's what I dislike about stealth areas usually, since they are slow and they take a long time and they are just incredibly boring most of the time.
Definitely, I need action. I need... Okay, so now you dropped that, but nobody died, it's not funny. And this guy is just... Oh, you see, he turned around, but he didn't want to follow at all.
Lazy, I guess.
Yep, but because only if it's red like a noise, then he's going to follow, I guess. But if it's yellow, it means that he noticed something strange, but he doesn't follow at all. Let's see. Oh, see, there was also a bit of yellow again, and okay, chocolate. Jeez, finally.
That took way longer than I wanted it to be.
Same, it was unnecessarily long, like. And see now there is like a teddy with a chainsaw. So wait, yeah, he has formed the head, and let's see. Okay, this is so easy. Let's see. It's not gonna happen. Oh, there's like a toilet here. Let's hide behind the toilet, and look at this. He just crashes with a chainsaw, and let's see. Here is another one, and look at this. We got a chainsaw now ourselves. Oh, look at what we're gonna do. We're gonna cut his head off. Is gonna happen now.
Yeah, that was a pretty decent ending to a boss.
Oh, definitely.
It doesn't make up for the absolutely terrible stealth section, but it's still good.
Yep, it was. So let's see what is now gonna happen here. Do you want some green stuff? I really love the money when they say that. And now we have $300, which means that we can finally go to reunion. Let's see what is happening now here. Let's see. Oh,
Now I can pay off
there's a
my tab
cutscene.
and join the reunion.
Look at this. Oh, the dynamites. No, not the cock and the plucker.
How
No.
could they?
Like it's so funny. If you fail this part, the whole thing
I'm
is
gonna
gonna
need to
blow
douse
up.
those fuses.
And the way to save it is to get drunk as shit. Makes sense.
Yeah, and that's not all. What you gotta do, you gotta start pissing on this part in order to stop it from exploding. I don't know what about this idea, but I find this hilarious. Look at this. You're just pissing on the trace of the diamonds and making them make it like a stop. And save your favorite place.
And that's probably the most conquer way to save, you know, a bar.
Yep. Alright. Oh no! Oh, now the birdies are gonna start birding.
We gotta do something quick.
Look at it. Like it's Come on, birdie, there's a freaking water nearby. Why doesn't he just jump in the water? See the water on the left. Would it be easier if he just went there instead of waiting for Conker to piss on him?
Yeah. To begin with. Why would he want that?
I have no idea. It makes absolutely no sense. Much better way just jump in the water.
You say birdie.
And now we're ready to
Yeah, well,
finally
I need to pay off my
go
tab
on
and for the
reunion.
and to run up a
Money
new tab to celebrate.
All the good stuff. But wait. This, dear Conker, we're tired of your antics. The stunts you pulled on us are unforgivable. It was the last straw. We're having our own reunion without you, and we are not telling you
We're
where.
having our
So
own
pardon our
reunion
bluntness, but
without
bug
you.
off.
And we're not telling you where. So pardon our bluntness, but
Oh God.
overall,
What do you think of the message?
friends, yes, this is
Well, I mean,
awesome note.
it was bound to happen.
We are all fine. Big
Well, definitely.
Considering what went down in the original Conquer game,
Yep.
you know.
No one came
Of
to the
course, it's
reunion.
gonna happen soon now.
It's a closed
The,
door.
what should be in this game is that you're on your quest to find the location of reunion, but
Right, let's get going.
instead of that, we're just greeted with Conker's big reunion logo to be continued. Sadly, to be continued now as of
In the meantime, how about making
2017,
some of your own
it
stuff?
no longer applies.
Or playing some
Then
with
they
violence.
just encourage you to create your own stuff in Project Spark, which is something I'm really sadly not interested in doing. I just want to play a new Conker game, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, same. Well, actually, there is a Conquer game you could play. I don't remember what the name is, but someone hacked The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past to be a Conquer game, and it's pretty good.
Ooh, I didn't know about it, and not at all. So sadly, Project Spark was shut down by Microsoft due to poor reception, and the reason why it was received poorly, it is sadly their own fault. If they marketed the game better, if they separated Conker from Project Spark, if they promised a longer game after this teaser right away and they had a release date and everything, it would have been received way better. Don't you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. Though I'm still glad this exists,
Oh, me too. It's
because, you know, it's a new Conquer game, but I wanted more as well.
yeah, it's always better to have some than not have at all. So I'm glad this exists, and it gave me a good feeling playing it, like all the good old Conker memories. And I can only hope that in the future times Microsoft will revisit Conker idea on the true way, not this young Conker thing to be I don't want young Conker to be the future of Conker. That can be
Yeah, same.
that can be a spin-off, and I'm fine with it. But I want Conker to look like this, to play like this, and to have a humor like this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, this is pretty much for this video. I hope you all enjoyed, and see you all very, very soon. Do widzenia.
Bye.